Hello, my name is Keith Barker, and on behalf of CBT Nuggets, welcome to the CCNA training. Many times in life, we make choices and decisions that lead to either really amazing positive results and sometimes not so positive. Well, back in the 90s, the late 90s, I had such a decision to make, and I've never looked back. It's changed my career forever. It was the best technical and career decision I ever made, and the opportunity and the decision that I had back in the late 90s was regarding Cisco systems. Up to that point, I had never logged on to a Cisco router, I'd never configured a switch or a firewall or anything else. It was all new to me, but I had the opportunity and I went for it, and I've never looked back. We have that same opportunity right now. You might be thinking, well, is this the time that I can actually learn these skills and get certified? The answer to that question is yes, it's totally worth it. And a big secret to that is having a partner or someone that you can walk through the training with, that side by side we can go through the content and really learn it. Not just learn it to memorize it, but learn it to be able to use it. So for us, getting the knowledge and the skills regarding Cisco systems is a win for both of us. And there's three basic things, I had to count, three basic things that we can do starting right now to actually get the ball rolling. And here they are. So the very first step is to commit. What do you mean, Keith, commit? Well, just commit, like to yourself, saying, I'm going to do this. I'm going to spend the time and commit the time to enjoy the videos, do the hands-on practice. I can do this, because guess what? You can do this. And so as we go through this content together, we're going to start with small pieces, the concepts, hands-on, and build to larger and larger topologies. And as you go along with us, you'll gain that comfort and those skills as you do the hands-on practice. So that's step number one, committing. And if you want to commit online, you can reach me on any of my social platforms. I would be happy to see your commitment and just urge you on. You could do something like, hey Keith, I commit to getting the CCNA by a certain date, a certain time, whatever works for you. And then I'm right there for you, rooting for you. You say, yes, you can. Yes, you can. Not only get the certification, but holy shnikers, also get the skills. That way when you walk into an environment or you're in an interview with HR and they're asking you, a technical interview, and they're saying, how do you do this or how do you do that? You can say, yeah, I know how to do that. I've done the practice and here's how it works. And having the skills and then getting the job that is equivalent with those skills that they're looking for, it's a beautiful thing, because then you can continue to grow and advance your career, and your technical skills, once you have the basics in place, can grow and grow and grow. And that's the secret. So number one is to commit to do it. So step number two is to schedule the time to actually make it happen. See, if we just say, oh, I want the CCNA or I want the certification, I want these skills, but we don't schedule the time in our busy schedules, sometimes it doesn't happen. So the second thing would be to calendar, commit to the time. And here's what I do. When I'm studying something new, as I often am, I'll be studying for the day. Maybe I'll study 30 to 45 minutes during the day on that topic. And then before I stop studying, I'll take a look at the next piece that I'm going to be studying. So if I'm learning about dynamic routing with OSPF, and I've just gone through the concepts of like a designated router, we'll talk all about that and why it matters as we cover the OSPF routing section. If we're learning about that and we cover designated routers, I then might look, hey, what's the next section? What's the next two videos? And then in your mind, the next time you study, you just go right to that content and enjoy it as you continue learning and growing. Imagine your favorite movie. We're watching it, and in that movie, things are happening. And after a couple hours of the movie, we're done. We really haven't internalized any new technical skills just by watching the movie. We need to do hands-on practice. So in that light, there's a couple of things I would encourage you strongly to do. We have some labs that we're providing as part of the training in CCNA. I would encourage you to say, Keith, I'm going to do all the labs. Any lab that we do, I want you to do it as well. And we provide many of those with virtual labs. The second thing, if you want to build your own rack of equipment, if you've got those resources and time, fantastic, go ahead and do it. There's also Packet Tracer. I would encourage you inside of CBT Nights, there's a little series of videos on Packet Tracer, on how to set it up. It's free, how to get it going, how to make it work. And everybody I show Packet Tracer to these days, they go, oh yeah, I've heard of Packet Tracer, but when they see it, they're like, wait a sec, you mean you can build a rack of equipment with click, click, click? Yes. Can you see the logical topology with another click? Yes. Can you practice all the commands you need and get real output just like you would on live gear? Yes. It's a fantastic tool for CCNA level and also some CCNP level content. But if you're just starting, I would encourage you to commit to hands-on practice as well as you go through it. So whether it's the virtual labs or the Packet Tracer, in fact, what you might want to do is schedule to watch the set of videos on Packet Tracer like in the next 48 hours, just to make sure that you have those tools available and you've set that up. And that way you can practice alongside of us if you want to use Packet Tracer in addition to the virtual labs as we go through the content together. So the very first step is to commit. The second one is to schedule time. And the third step is to enjoy the process. Just realize that we're going to be taking incremental steps and learning as we go with hands-on practice to get better and better. So if we're looking at somebody that's like a quadruple CCIE, Cisco Certified Internet Network Expert, and it's like, oh my gosh, he's so far away, just follow the path. Just follow the path of the basics of this topic, then that topic, getting better and better and better as we go. That's the secret. So basically, we got to ride our own ride, not pay too much attention to everything else that's going on, focus on what we intend to do it, enjoy it, and then keep on progressing. And in my personal journey, I don't have just one or three or four or five CCIEs. I've got two. But the way I got those two CCIEs was the same way that I'm telling you can get your CCNA to start with. And that is commit, schedule time, and enjoy the process. And just keep on going. And as we're going through the content together, it's kind of a choose your own adventure scenario too. Because if you're looking through the list of videos and the skills that we have, if you're already comfortable with some of the basics, hey, go to the next section. And as we peel back the kimono on how things work, you can say, well, I already know binary, I already know IP subnetting, I'm going to go on to this next topic. So you could go to layer 2 switching, you could go to layer 3 routing, and if you're not yet sure what layer 2 or layer 3 is, you're in the right place. Just start at the beginning and go through the videos sequentially and do the hands-on practice that we're asking you to do as we go through it together. You're in good hands with Jeremy, myself, and also with Network Chuck. So here's my intention for both of us as we go through this content and enjoy it together, is that step by step, we're going to be very focused on the technology at hand, and we're going to have a lot of fun in every single video, and you can have the feeling of, yeah, I get this, I understand it, one step at a time as we increase our knowledge and our skills and get better and better at working with Cisco gear. And if this is the beginning of your journey into the world of Cisco systems, just like I had the decision to make over 2 decades ago, it's a fantastic decision, and I look forward to us, you and I, enjoying our time together as we're learning and growing together, step by step, where you can look back and say, wow, I get it. I understand how this works. I understand how to configure it, how to make it work, and that's going to improve our value to yourself, to your employer, your customers, and your family. So it is totally worth it, and I'm looking forward to being part of that journey with you. And I would love to get your commitment. Like, I'm committed to so many minutes a day or so many sessions a week, or I'm committed to getting my certification in XYZ by a certain date and time. That commitment is a good starting point. And when you make that commitment, I am 100% rooting for you because you can do this. It's your time. So until our next video together, I wish you the best of success in jumping into this world of Cisco and CCNA, and I hope this has been informative for you, and I'd like to thank you for viewing.